The Fair Park Coliseum in Beaumont, Texas is where we are tonight for USA Motorsports' next round of their Monster Truck Challenge. Pretty good sized crowd here tonight too, as we get set for the first of our Monster Truck pairings in our obstacle course competition. That is the executioner behind the wheel of that big beast, Mark Hall.
Yeah, Mark Hall and his brother on the other side. With Smokecraft, Tim Hall. Mark said it, neither one of these guys got to win this year, Ralph. And, you know, we've got the greatest trucks in the world here tonight. I thought sure by this time, both of these guys would have notched a win and get that guaranteed spot. Just hasn't had it.
Jerky Maker, the Smokecraft backed entry. The other Hall brother, Tim Hall, driving this one. 1,600 horsepower in this one, 200 more than his brothers. Guess we know which one is the older brother, right?
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's not. The older brother actually does all the tuning and building on these trucks. The younger brother does the driving of them. And younger brother gets in and out of the truck, works the truck real well. So the older brother says, here, take all the good equipment, take all the horsepower, go out there and run, but watch me, I'm right behind you. Don't ever let up.
Obstacle course, 60 points available to the overall winner of our obstacle course competition. There'll be a payout of 60, 50, 40, 30 on the way back down through. Same thing for our drag racing competition at the a little later on tonight. The overall winner between the two will be our King of the Hill, and we'll get a bye in the opening round in Indianapolis later this season.
These two guys, before they got into monster truck racing, they were into all sports, kind of motorsports. They did a little stock car racing, a little bit of everything. They had a tank one time with a blown motor in the back of it. They've done just about everything you'd want to do. Now they field two trucks, and they're very, very race-worthy. Changed the shocks on the one truck, the Smokecraft truck, that had to finish it up when they got down here this morning. About 16 hours from Champaign, Illinois, down to beautiful Beaumont.
See them moving the executioner into position.
Mr. Harbuck does the official work out on trackside.
He's going to try to find a place to hide here in a second.
And the truck didn't leave. I don't know what happened, Ralph.
Wow, Smokecraft Jerky Maker has a big problem. Now he's got it rolling, but it's too late.
I cannot imagine what happened to the Smokecraft truck. The truck sounded like it was running. I don't know that he was having a banana Slurpee or what he was doing, sitting there resting or what happened, but it just didn't leave.
A banana Slurpee.
You never had a banana Slurpee?
No, but if he had one, that is exactly why his truck didn't run. Who would eat a banana Slurpee, Galloway?
Galloway?
Yeah, exactly. The Smokecraft truck, that was really strange. It sounded fine.
Now watch the flagman. Lots of movement in the flagman. He was ready to go, Ralph. The truck just didn't want to leave the starting line. I don't know whether the shifter might have moved on it. It was in neutral.
Must have been a gearing problem of some sort, I would think.
Later on, he does get the truck running, but it's just way too late.
Well, and once it went pretty good. So it seems like it must have been some sort of a gearing problem. Well.
Oh, I know, Ralph. I know. You don't have to tell me you love it.
My man, Guy Wood, and the Bulldozer. And, folks, as always here on TNN Motorsports, we have breaking news for you. As you take a look at David Morris and the Equalizer, I had a one-on-one conversation with Guy Wood, and he told me he's been doing a lot of research and development. He's going to have smoke blown out of the nostrils of the Bulldozer shortly.
Oh, then that thrills you to death, doesn't it, Ralph?
To no end.
I can see the gleam in your eye.
I am much more excited about that than the possibility of ever having a banana Slurpee, let me tell you.
Ralph, the Bulldozer won't make the cut tonight.
He's winning it all. Here we go.
We are at a bad vantage point. I really couldn't tell who won, Ralph. Okay, it was the Bulldozer.
Thank you.
You're happy. You're gloating, Ralph.
Ever since he's gone to the aerodynamic horns and turned them down, this truck is a killer.
You think that brings the nose of the truck down, lets the front tires get on the ground and runs quicker, right?
It's monster truck aerodynamics, I'm telling you.
Thank you, Ralph.
Let's take a look at the replay of this one. Watch how it's done here, Mike.
Beautiful job in the turns. He is absolutely flawless. Comes out of the turns. He's big on the horsepower. Never backs out of it. Uh-oh, the left front tire did not look like it was turning when he landed. The right front tire was turning. I just wonder if he has an axle problem that he doesn't know about on that left front tire.
He might now if he didn't before. Well, we are just getting things underway here. Pro Arena Trucks when we come back to Beaumont. The first round of competition with the monster trucks is over, and Fred Bartson has a story for us. Fred?
Thanks, Ralph. I got Tim Hall here, driver of the Jerky Maker. Tim, you're up there on the line. Everything seems fine, but what happened?
Well, I think we blew low gear out of the transmission, and then I looked over, and Mark had his G&G machine shop horsepower, and he just drove away from me. I thought I could catch him, but, you know, we got a new suspension system, and I took it too deep into the turn down there. But we'll tune on her and be back for the next race and see what we can do. No low gear, but that's all right. We can still catch these boys.
All right. Well, the Jerky Maker's going to hang in there. Back to you, Ralph.
That'll make the drag racing portion of the night a little bit tough for him. Well, it's Jerky Maker, the red truck, and the equalizer on the other side.
Now, Ralph, this is third and fourth place. We have seen in several previous rounds of competition the winner of this race becoming king of the hill. This race is so very important.
Jerky Maker has trouble getting out of the gate again.
Well, we heard him say there was no low gear on the truck. Once it goes to second gear, it leaves well, but he just can't leave the starting line.
An equalizer gets the win and will get the 40 points for taking third in this event. So Jerky Maker is going to have a tough night now because he'll take 30 points out of this, and still with no low gear, he's really going to struggle in the drag race portion coming up.
Just in a lot of trouble in the drag racing unless he can get it to leave in second gear.
Now the next two trucks coming out. Executioner and the Bulldozer.
This is the equalizer, a beautiful pass on this truck. David gets the truck into the corners well, brings the back of it around. You can see Jerky truck not wanting to run tonight. Once he gets to second, he's all right. Dave kind of slows down, knows that he's got it, wants to save it. He wants to win the drag racing.
And the nose of the bull.
Okay, Ralph, you love it.
All I said was the nose of the bull.
I know. It's the way you looked at me. I've got you down. You're a bull kind of guy. Watch the Hall boys right there on your screen. Haven't won one this year, and they're going to.
You think he's going to beat the bull?
Sure.
All right. Executioner is a tough truck.
I'll have to admit, Ralph, the bull is tough. And where else would the bull want to win but in Texas?
That's right. In a stockyard.
Oh, no, they've broken the other truck. The Halls have...
He's going to gore him if he's not careful.
The Halls have broken their other truck. And it may be another transmission problem. That truck left well, but when they would have been going to second gear, it stopped.
Well.
All right, Ralph, I've got to give it to you.
Well, it all takes place right on the starting line. Watch it right here, Mike.
Truck leaves well. We'll see what the tires do when he matches this blower motor in the back of it to see if they all hook. And Ralph, visually, I don't see a problem with the truck. Got to be something in the transmission.
Well, the Bulldozer wins the obstacle portion of the night. 60 points to Guy Wolf.
That'll be hard to overcome when the Executioner is sitting back there with 40 points. The other two trucks are in trouble. He's going to have a real tough time catching it.
There's a look at the point standings after the obstacle course. Dozer gets 60, Executioner, Equalizer, and Jerky Maker round out the field. the Hall brothers with some work to do.
And they're going to have to hurry if they're going to make the drag racing, which will come up shortly. These guys, you know, 2 of them on the team. That's how big their team is. There's Guy Wood. The thing about these monster truck drivers, there's not big, huge teams that travel with them. There's maybe a wife and a husband, as in this team, a couple of brothers, or maybe just by yourself.
Let's go down to Fred with Guy Wood, our winner.
Guy, it's a strange way to win, but you're in there.
Yeah, we really don't like to win that way, but we'd have to take the win, I guess. I'll tell you, we've been working hard on this truck. We blew up a motor in Kansas City, and we've been working like madmen getting it back together, new motor, new transmission, and I owe all that thanks to Twin City Auto Body and Technique Towing and Crystal City Auto Parts, and also Alberto Smokecraft for all their support this year.
Great. Look forward to seeing you in the drag race.
Thanks.
Back to you, Ralph.
Well, so far the bull is raging here in Beaumont. The obstacle course win. We're going to step away from Beaumont just for a short break. Drag race set to go. Executioner and Equalizer. Equalizer on the right side of your screen. The Executioner on the left.
The winner of this, Ralph, comes back to the bull.
And almost into our lap goes the Executioner.
I thought he was coming up here with you. Boy, he stuffed a hole shot on that one. That was a great hole shot.
He sure did. Watch the Executioner launch out of this one. Pretty good 50-cent part.
Take a look at that. He leaves a truck leak on him.
He'll go on board with it.
David Morris, look at this. The Executioner, he's a truck out in front of him before he ever starts. You know what David Morris you know what he must have been doing at the starting line? Drinking a banana Slurpee. Now, Executioner comes back for a shot at the bull. Executioner shot, bull.
That's the problem with those banana Slurpees. They will come back and haunt you later, see? I'm telling you, it's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Snicker bar and a banana Slurpee, and I'm a happy foot camper.
Poor Mrs. Galloway, that's all I have to say. Poor Mrs. Galloway. So, Bulldozer on the right side of the screen. Executioner on the left. And we know Executioner can get a good jump out of that lane.
Well, never count out Guy Wood.
Let's see.
I got to say, Ralph, you're catching on to monster truck racing quickly.
By a horn. By a horn.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh, we got to look.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm going to go. I believe you.
That bull is raging tonight, Mike.
And you know what that makes him?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, baby.
Well, it's fitting that in a rodeo arena, the Bulldozer would be the winner. By the snout. He got him by a snout.
Now, when he blows smoke out of the nose, will that count as an extension for the finish line?
And the crowd here in Beaumont loving it. As the big bull wins inside the rodeo arena. And does that not fit?
Yes, Ralph.
The racing in a rodeo arena, the bull's got to win.
Yes, Ralph.
Guy Wood has earned himself, along with Jim Hopkins, a banana Slurpee of choice.
The double extra large size.
They are our King of the Hill in each of our 2 divisions. So Guy Wood gets himself a bye round in Indianapolis. Jim Hopkins adds to his status and his legendary status in his Bronco. Fred?
Guy Wood, the Bulldozer, wins by a nose, literally.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we're working real hard out there. We got a new motor in the truck, and I'd like to thank TR5252 for all their help and support. I'd like to thank Matt Wood, State Farm Insurance, for all his support, too.
Great. King of the Hill tonight. What was the key to the race?
Well, just quick off the hole, watching that flag. That's a big, important thing when you're out there. First guy leaves on the flag is going to win. Such a short course.
That's great. Back to you, Ralph.
All right, Fred, thanks. Thank you to Guy Wood. Congratulations to him and Jim Hopkins. Well, that's going to take care of things from here in Beaumont, Texas. For Fred Bartson, my buddy Mike Galloway over here, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long from Beaumont. Let's go back to the studio in Charlotte.
Wow, some great action.